The pigs have been at it over here. This is why the hunts are good, because they absolutely tear up the forest, and it affects the deer and all the other kind of wildlife. And they'll eat anything. They'll even eat humans. This hunter observed this thing for over 20 minutes, and they said that the guttural sound that they heard and the growl absolutely terrified them. Hey everybody, I hope you're having a great weekend. This week I have a story for you. However, next week I have booked an area where I can go camping. I'll be solo camping, and it's pretty far out in the middle of the green swamp, so we'll see what happens out there. It's going to be pretty spooky. So anyways, this story I have for you right now is a story that's fascinated me for a while, and it's in the green swamp. This gentleman was a hunter, and it took him over a month before he told anybody about what happened or what he saw. So here's the story. I'm going to read you a little bit about it. He says, I went to a hunting spot to see what was happening, just around the time the sun was getting low. I arrived at a spot that I knew had persimmons. It had big persimmon trees to see if anything would be around there eating the persimmons, which the deer normally did. He said about 15 minutes after arriving, he noticed an animal standing up and getting persimmons off the tree, and then it would go back down to the ground and start eating them, is what he assumed. He couldn't see him eating them, but his back was turned to him. He said this was about 75 yards away from him. He said, I thought it was a bear. I watched it for about 20 minutes and was getting ready to leave because it was starting to get dark. Just as I was getting ready to stand up and leave, the animal did just that, stood up and left. I watched it get up on two legs and walk away. I observed this for at least 40 yards, and it disappeared into the thick growth. He said this animal was 5 to 6 feet tall, which makes me think it was probably a juvenile. He said that his friend, the fall before, had heard sounds in the same area that he had never heard before, and we spent a lot of time in the woods and swamp. It was a cross between a howl and a grunting growl, and very loud. He said that he had never heard a sound like that before out there. He said this area is swamp and old growth mixture right near the power lines. So this is very interesting to me because I have seen persimmons out there before. So now I'm going to be definitely paying closer attention to the persimmons and just kind of monitoring those areas. But yeah, this was a hunter who did not believe in Bigfoot, did not want to come forward because he didn't want people to think he was nuts. But he saw it clear as day. He said it stood up on two legs, walked away, and walked into the thick brush, just like a human would. So this area, I know the area that he was in, even though the report doesn't give the location. I know exactly where this is. So I'm going to be definitely going back out there and looking around in this area. But I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and if you like my content, please like and subscribe. I appreciate you all, and until next time, I'll see you then. Something's moving through right there.